Hey, I want to tell you just a moment about how I get my stories and where. This is my office that we're in, and you can see this saddle. I suspect this saddle's got to be close to 100 years old. My dad had it when I was a little boy, and it looked like this when I got it, you know, over 60 years ago. This saddle is filled up with memories. One day I was out riding with my dad. We were running a herd of mother cows, and we were working the herd for purposes of artificial insemination. And one day I went out to round up a cow. I had this saddle on my horse, and I was chasing one of those critters, and I went around the end of a corral on the slick, snowy, and icy ground, and the legs went out from under my horse, and down he went on his side with my right leg under him. This saddle is a memory. This saddle is a story. Same thing with these spurs. I was breaking a horse one time, and this horse had a particularly ornery, stubborn, and barn-balky tendency, and those spurs came in handy. You'll notice that one of them is just a little bit bent, and that's a story which I won't take time to tell you right now. And that cowboy up there in the corner, after I was baptized, a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, a dear and wonderful, beloved friend of mine made that for me. Kathy Hansen lived in the apartment next to me, made that for me and gave it to me. And I've carried it all these years because it not only symbolizes the story of our friendship, but it also ties me back to those days when I was changing from being a roughneck rodeo cowboy to a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints with a different set of goals. I get my stories in a lot of different places. Things from my past remind me of a story. They come from people I've met, events, places, birds, animals. And all of that is to say, I never know when a story is going to come. And here of late, some of you have been sharing your stories with me, and they are wonderful. Oh my word, they're awesome. I invite you, if you have a short, inspirational, motivational, true, it has to be true, a true story, share it with me. I would love to see it. And sometimes I will be given a story, and it's years later when all of a sudden something says it's time to tell that story. Please share your story. You never know whose life you may bless, whose testimony you may strengthen through the miracle or the experience that you've had. So that's where my stories come from. Be careful. You never know. You might be the next story in a fireside or the next story on the radio. I'm Glenn Rawson, and thank you.